Do you need an excuse to smile today? Welcome to Daily Delights, your daily dose of tasty tidbits that will get you revved up for the
If I could be great at one thing, I wish that I could sit in front of a mirror or a makeup mirror in general and spend more than just 20 minutes to a half hour looking at my...
The internet is in absolute chaos right now because out of nowhere, and at the worst possible moment, a flood of old, buried, long-forgotten online secrets tied to Erika Kirk has resurfaced. And fans are saying this is the final blow to her already fragile reputation. These weren't mild posts. These weren't harmless teenage comments. These weren't silly old photos people laugh about later. No, these were dark, damaging, deeply contradictory pieces of her past. The exact type of receipts Erika prayed would never see daylight, especially after the recent scandals already pushed her public image to the edge of collapse. And the craziest part? These old internet secrets didn't just accidentally resurface. They were released strategically, timed perfectly, and dropped in a way that looks less like coincidence and more like someone wanted to end her. We're talking deleted blogs she claimed never existed, old usernames tied directly back to her, screenshots of forum posts with disturbing tone, videos she tried to scrub from every platform, comments that contradict everything she preaches today, private messages from nearly a decade ago that paint a completely different picture of who she really is. Fans are shocked, confused, betrayed, and asking the same question over and over again. Who is the real Erika Kirk? This leak didn't just expose her past. It destroyed the image she built, the branding she sold, the persona she curated so carefully. Supporters who once defended her fiercely are now distancing themselves overnight. Influencers who collaborated with her are quietly deleting posts. Faith communities who embraced her are demanding explanations. And the internet is only beginning to put the pieces together. Because the real question isn't just what resurfaced. It's who brought these secrets back. An ex-friend? A former collaborator? A jealous rival? Someone from her own team? Or an insider trying to protect something bigger? To understand why these resurfaced secrets are detonating the internet, you have to start with the two versions of Erika Kirk that have existed for years. The public Erika, pristine and polished, and the hidden Erika, the one nobody was ever supposed to see again. The Erika fans knew was the picture-perfect influencer. Soft voice, curated faith aesthetic, gentle captions, carefully staged family moments, marking the glow of someone who appeared emotionally untouched by the world's chaos. She built her platform on purity, virtue, elegance, and spiritual grounding. She became a symbol, not of who she was, but of what she wanted people to believe she was. But before all that, before the curated feed, before the faith branding, before the partnerships, and definitely before the scandals, Erika had an entire digital life she spent years trying to erase. Her rise didn't begin with professionalism. It began with chaos. Back in her early social media era, Erika was just another anonymous user, bouncing between online communities, posting raw thoughts, messy opinions, emotional rants, and the kind of content that never aligns with the polished brand she pretends to embody today. The problem is, Erika thought she had scrubbed all of it. In deleted accounts, wiped archives, old forums abandoned, usernames changed, message threads left to rot. She believed that part of her digital identity had vanished forever. But the internet never forgets. And someone clearly didn't either. The resurfaced secrets come from a time when Erika was still shaping herself, testing personas, searching for relevance. That wasn't the era of soft dresses, cross necklaces, filtered Bible verses, or influencer mentorship. It was the era of impulsive comments, harsh opinions, questionable jokes, clashing beliefs, emotional oversharing, online arguments, attention-seeking behavior. And what's shocking fans now is not just that she wrote these things, but how violently they contradict the woman she sells herself as today. For years, then people who knew her from the before era whispered that the influencer version of Erika was manufactured, a rebrand more than a redemption. But without evidence, nobody could ever prove it. Her followers chalked up rumors to jealousy or trolling. Erika herself dismissed everything as fake accounts, old drama, or people misrepresenting her. But now the timestamps, IP-linked usernames, archived screenshots, and digital footprints match. The posts come from eras that align perfectly with moves she made, places she lived, and content she created at the time. People are lining up the patterns, and the patterns match her. And the internet is stunned for one reason. Erika didn't evolve into a better person. She reinvented herself into a different one. Her past isn't embarrassing, it's incriminating. And that's why this resurfacing is causing such a cultural shock. Because the Erika fans believed in never existed. She built a public image on spiritual superiority, humility, gratitude, empathy, and moral stability. Yet the newly found posts show a version of her who was sharp-tongued, judgmental, contradictory, attention-driven, obsessed with image long before faith ever entered the conversation. Involved in drama, she later pretended she was above. And here's the part that shakes everything. This isn't one or two posts resurfacing. It's layers. Each leak points to another account. Each account points to another archive. Each archive leads to more messages. Yet people digging through her past are uncovering old videos where she mocked people she now claims to uplift. Posts where she insulted communities she later pretended to defend. Comments that undermine her entire faith-centric persona. DMs revealing she wasn't always as sweet or gentle as she portrays. The receipts paint a picture that looks nothing like the Erika on Instagram. And fans feel betrayed. Because Erika didn't just hide her past. She weaponized the new version of herself to gain followers, trust, and influence. She marketed authenticity while burying the truth. She preached transparency while deleting everything real. She sold spiritual peace while hiding digital chaos. But the real question now burning across fan circles, group chats, Reddit threads, and commentary pages is, who brought all this back? Because the timing is too perfect to ignore. Erika is already under scrutiny for current scandals. Her reputation is fragile. Her public image is cracking. Her partnerships are strained. Then suddenly, out of nowhere, her old internet life resurfaces. Every receipt hitting harder than the last? People aren't buying coincidence. Some say it's a former friend she cut off. Others believe it's a journalist who got their hands on a digital trail. Some whisper it's a political ally trying to distance themselves. Some think it's a jealous influencer finally seeking revenge. But the darkest theory? The one gaining traction fast? Someone close to Erika, very close, is the one resurfacing everything. Someone who knows her old usernames. Someone who saw her old posts firsthand. Someone with access to her deleted archives. Someone who stood by quietly while she built a fake life online. Because these leaks aren't random. They're chronological, organized, deliberate, timed. This is a calculated takedown, not an accident. And fans are bracing themselves because if this is the beginning of what's resurfacing, what else is waiting beneath her digital graveyard? The resurfaced screenshots were bad. The leaked comments were worse. But nothing, absolutely nothing, prepared the internet for what came next. Because as people dug deeper into Erika's old online footprint, they didn't just find text. They found video. A video she tried to wipe from the face of the earth. Deleted accounts, broken links, copyright strikes, DMCA removals, everything. But somebody had saved it. Somebody had archived it. And somebody was just waiting for the perfect moment to drop it like a digital bomb. That moment arrived at 2:14 a.m. A random burner account, created hours earlier, posted a link with the caption, "This is the real Erika, the one she thought we forgot." Within minutes, the video spread like wildfire. It showed Erika long before her polished influencer era. Not the soft-voiced, calm, faith-forward woman she pretends to be today. This Erika was raw, loud, sarcastic, mocking, and wildly contradictory to everything she built her brand on. In the clip, she openly ridiculed people she now claims to uplift. She used language that shocked even her defenders. She bragged about manipulating online narratives. She joked about playing characters to get attention. She admitted she loved the chaos of drama. And the most damning line of all? She looked straight into the camera and laughed. The internet believes whatever personality you give them. Just make it shiny and holy and they'll eat it up. Fans froze. Comments exploded. Creators reacted in real time. Because that line didn't just expose her past behavior, it exposed her entire present identity. Erika didn't become her influencer persona. She constructed it, intentionally, strategically, cynically. She told the world exactly how she would fool them, then did it flawlessly for years. Until now. But the video wasn't the end of the conflict. It was the beginning. As the clip went viral, old acquaintances began breaking their silence. People who once worked with her, talked to her, argued with her, or watched her evolve online suddenly felt empowered to share their experiences. That one former friend wrote, "I always told people she was performing. I didn't think the world would ever see proof." Another added, "She used to brag about deleting her tracks. Guess not everything disappeared." And then, the pattern became clear. This wasn't random resurfacing. This was excavation. Someone was digging with purpose, precision, strategy. Someone who knew where to look and what to look for. More old accounts surfaced. Ones tied to Erika through matching profile pictures, writing style, timestamps, even typos, threads from obscure forums, deleted Twitter rants, old Tumblr confessionals, anonymous comments with identical phrasing to her current posts. People began mapping the leaks like investigators. But then the first major twist hit. The detail that flipped the entire narrative upside down. The resurfaced secrets weren't found by accident. They were found using password recovery tools linked to Erika's old email addresses. Meaning someone had access. Someone who knew those emails. Someone who remembered her login patterns, her usernames, her account resets. Someone who knew her digital habits better than the public ever could. Fans began theorizing wildly. A former best friend? An ex? A family member? An old collaborator? Someone she cut out of her life? But insiders whispered something darker. These leaks are too organized, too chronological, too clean. This is someone who kept receipts intentionally. And the question shifted from, what did she post? To who kept everything she posted? Then came the second blow. And a former digital moderator, someone who worked on an early platform Erika frequented, anonymously stated, "I remember her. She caused so much drama we had to restrict her account. She tried to create alternate identities to get around bans." This aligned perfectly with the resurfaced evidence. Multiple usernames with matching syntax and identical writing style. Erika wasn't just chaotic online. She was creating personas long before she accused other people of doing it today. The internet began stitching together her old personality with her new one. The sarcasm matched. The attention-seeking matched. The pattern of playing victims matched. The emotional manipulation matched. Even her influencer sweetness had echoes of her old satire, except now polished and monetized. And then, just as fans started to accept that Erika's past was darker than expected, the first twist detonated. A brand new account, claiming to be the burner responsible for releasing the first set of screenshots, posted a chilling message. "I'm not done. I'm only releasing what she never apologized for." This immediately changed the tone of the scandal. It wasn't revenge. It wasn't jealousy. It wasn't a random hater. It was someone on a mission. And they weren't just exposing Erika for clout. They were exposing Erika because they believed she deserved it. The second part of their message. People begged her to stop hurting others back then. She didn't listen. Now the world will hear what she ignored. This wasn't a hater. This was someone with history, someone who felt wronged, someone with a reason. Suddenly, and fans shifted from shock to fear. Because if this person had access to dozens of old accounts, unreleased videos, deleted posts, and archived messages, what else did they have? And more importantly, why did Erika think none of it would ever resurface? Because the burner dropped one more bomb in their post, the sentence that launched 1,000 theories. She knows who I am. She just never thought I'd speak. The world went silent. Because this entire time, Erika wasn't afraid of strangers resurfacing her past. She was afraid of one person resurfacing her truth. And now that person had started. And they weren't stopping. The internet thought the first video was the bomb. They thought the resurfaced posts, the old screenshots, the anonymous burner account, and the avalanche of contradictions were already too much for Erika's carefully crafted persona to survive. But everyone underestimated one thing. The leaker wasn't trying to embarrass Erika. They were trying to end her. And the next drop, the second video, proved it. It hit the internet at exactly 11:58 p.m., almost like the leaker wanted to destroy Erika right before she went to sleep. The caption was simple, terrifying, and surgical. She knows this one. Within seconds, the video began spreading in private group chats, then onto Twitter/X, then TikTok, then Reddit, then influencer gossip accounts, then meme pages. It was everywhere in under an hour, and the reactions were instant. Oh my God, no way this is her? She lied about this for years. This is career-ending. The video wasn't loud. It wasn't chaotic. But it wasn't dramatic. It was calm. And that's what made it worse. In the clip, Erika sat in front of a camera, much younger, speaking directly into the lens with a tone that was unsettlingly confident. But instead of the soft, gentle, faith-driven personality she portrays today, this Erika was calculated, unapologetic, and openly discussing something she would later deny ever being part of. She spoke about shaping narratives, about building online personas, about controlling perception before people control you. She explained, in disturbingly articulate detail, how influencers could manipulate sympathy, outrage, and faith branding to attract loyal followers. And then came the line that made viewers freeze. People love redemption arcs, and just give them a sinner to forgive and a saint to worship, even if you made both characters up. This wasn't a slip-up. This wasn't a joke. This was a philosophy, a blueprint, a confession. A younger Erika literally described the formula she would later use to reinvent herself. A formula her followers believed was sincere, organic, and spiritually inspired. But if that wasn't damaging enough, the bombshell wasn't the video itself. It was what the leaker wrote beneath it. She used this exact strategy last year. Receipts coming. That sentence sent the internet spiraling. Because that meant the past wasn't just resurfacing. It was connected to right now. Influencers, commentators, gossip accounts, and even former Erika supporters began digging into her recent scandals. And suddenly, people saw the pattern the leaker was hinting at. Every apology sounded like it came from a script. Every emotional breakdown felt performative. Every faith-centered message seemed copied and pasted. Every moment of vulnerability matched the formula from the old video. But the real escalation came when the leaker dropped a third message. Short, devastating, and impossible to ignore. The same people she hurt before, she hurt again. Now the internet wasn't just shocked. It was investigating. Old victims began appearing in the comments of viral threads. People she feuded with years ago suddenly returned with stories. Influencers who once admired Erika began re-evaluating private conversations. Screenshots of collaborative projects fell apart. Messaging history from mentorship groups began resurfacing. It became clear that Erika didn't change over time. She simply upgraded her disguise. But then the twist nobody saw coming, arrived in the form of a leaked email thread. A thread between Erika and someone identified only as M. The email subject line? Rebrand strategy. 5 phases. The leak exposed a chilling breakdown of a calculated transition. Phase 1. Scrub old accounts. Phase 2. Introduce faith imagery. Phase 3. Build emotional trust through curated vulnerability. Phase 4. Attract partnerships using spiritual alignment. Phase 5. Maintain innocence by projecting calm and softness. Fans were horrified, because every single phase matched the influencer Erika is today, word for word, move for move. And then came the reveal that turned this scandal from shocking to sinister. The email dates matched the exact timeline of her biggest public transformation. She didn't find faith, she didn't evolve, she didn't heal, she rebranded, strategically, purposefully, for influence, not integrity. Creators began posting reaction videos almost instantly. This is beyond being fake. This is psychological manipulation. She weaponized spirituality. That's sick. She built a persona using a manual like she was assembling furniture. Even her defenders didn't know what to say. But Erika herself? Silent, which only made things worse. Then, at 3:47 p.m. the next day, the leaker dropped their biggest bomb yet. A blurred screenshot, a conversation with Erika, a threat she made in her earlier years. The caption, "This is why I'm doing this." She hasn't changed. The screenshot revealed Erika telling someone, "I can make anyone look like a villain. I've done it before. Don't push me." The internet lost it, because suddenly the question wasn't, who is Erika? It was, who did she destroy? Comment sections filled with people saying they had been manipulated by her. People saying she turned friend groups against them. People sharing old DMs where she acted sweet to them in public and belittled them in private. The internet finally saw the horrifying truth. Erika didn't escape her old behavior. She exported it into her new persona. And this entire time, the leaker was waiting, watching, documenting the collapse, before finally sending the message that delivered the first monumental twist of the saga. I'm not the only one who kept receipts. Fans froze. Creators gasped. Twitter exploded. There wasn't one leaker. There were multiple. People who knew her at different points in her life. People from different platforms. People from old friend groups she abandoned. People from private circles she manipulated. This wasn't a leak. It was a collective reckoning. And the scariest part? The leaker ended with, "Next drop, the connection between her old identity and a current scandal she swears she's innocent in. A link between past deception and present controversy? A scandal fans have already suspected her of? A situation she claims she had nothing to do with?" The entire internet is now holding its breath. Because Erika didn't just leave her past behind, she dragged it into the future, and now that future is collapsing on top of her. And the moment the second video dropped, the moment Erika was exposed describing her persona formula, the rebrand phases, the manipulation tactics, the threats, and the blueprint for performing purity, the internet didn't simply react. It erupted. Every community that once supported her, defended her, praised her, reposted her, or bought into her soft, spiritual aesthetic suddenly felt the ground shift beneath them. Because this wasn't just old drama. This wasn't some teenage mistake people could forgive. This wasn't an immature rant from years ago. This was a full-scale revelation that the Erika they had been following was a manufactured personality, a carefully constructed identity assembled with the precision of a marketing machine, and the soul of someone who never intended to live honestly in the first place. And the reactions came in waves, each more intense than the last. Wave 1. The fans' turn. Her comments filled instantly. "Explain this. You lied to us. I feel stupid for believing you. Where is your accountability? This is manipulative on a psychological level. Her most loyal supporters, the people who once defended her with paragraphs, who quoted her captions, who used her posts to guide their own faith, suddenly faced an emotional collapse. Some cried on TikTok. Some went live, shaking their heads in disbelief. Some said they genuinely felt violated, fooled, spiritually deceived. These weren't trolls. These were true believers realizing they had been following a character, not a person. And the betrayal hit deeper because her brand centered around purity, virtue, calmness, icor, and spiritual grounding. Traits the resurfaced clips exposed as strategic performance tools rather than actual lifestyle values. Wave 2. The faith community responds. This was the sector most wounded. Pastors who once reposted her content quietly deleted mentions of her. Faith influencers began making statements urging discernment. One prominent ministry leader said, "False light is still darkness." Church communities that once invited Erika to speak began distancing themselves immediately. Several faith podcasts removed old episodes featuring her from their archives. One pastor said in a now viral reel, "Being imperfect is human, but being intentionally deceptive is destructive." And when he said intentionally deceptive, viewers knew exactly who he meant. Wave 3. Influencers start turning on her. This reaction was swift, sharp, and merciless. Creators who once collaborated with her began exposing strange experiences. She always seemed like she was acting. She talked differently off camera. She once told me people believe whatever emotional tone you give them. I should have known something was off. Beauty influencers, wellness creators, fashion bloggers, faith mentors, all began posting "I didn't know" and "This makes sense now" videos. Several influencers announced they were unfollowing her, publicly, calling it a matter of integrity. The aesthetic influencer community, which thrives on curated softness and positivity, reacted like they had found a wolf in a flock of sheep. Wave 4. Brands panic. Everything Erika touched financially began shaking. A skincare brand quietly removed her from their homepage. A modest fashion label deleted her collaboration video. A supplement company reportedly put her campaign on indefinite review. One brand insider leaked this message. "We can't partner with someone whose authenticity is in question. Trust is everything." That line went viral because Erika sold trust like a product. Wave 5. The commentary channels. Dive in YouTube drama channels, TikTok commentators, Reddit analysts, and Twitter thread writers all began digging. They connected old screenshots with new scandals. They examined every apology she made, every tearful video, every emotional moment she posted. Suddenly, people realized her apologies all sounded the same. Her emotional breakdowns had identical phrasing. Her captions reused the same language patterns. Her public spiritual moments aligned too closely with the 5-phase rebrand strategy from the leaked email. Commentators started using terms like calculated empathy, weaponized softness, emotional branding, faith washing, and the most viral phrase of all, Erika didn't find God. She found an audience. Wave 6. The industry steps. In public relations experts, branding analysts, and digital strategists began dissecting the situation. One PR consultant said, "This is the most damaging type of scandal because it hits the foundation of her brand. When your entire identity is built on authenticity and that authenticity collapses, everything collapses." A marketing strategist added, "She didn't just lie about who she was, she taught people how she would lie." This quote became a trending sound on TikTok. Note Wave 7. A new group emerges. People from her past. This is where things got truly dark. People who once knew Erika from her earlier online era began confirming the resurfaced accounts. "I remember when she ran those profiles. She used to brag about being able to manipulate attention. I left the friend group because she played people against each other. She pretended to be vulnerable so people would protect her. Every story aligned a little too perfectly with the persona-building blueprint from the leaked video. But then came the most disturbing shift. People who believed Erika had wronged them years ago were now coming forward, saying the exact same thing. She destroyed my reputation. She manipulated everyone against me. She told people I was unstable. She used my secrets for sympathy. It became clear. Her pattern didn't fade. It evolved. Then came the biggest reaction of all, the one nobody expected. A verified account belonging to a well-known public figure posted, "You can't outrun your past when your present is built on it." People immediately assumed the message was about Erika. And although the post didn't name her, the timing, tone, and references were unmistakable. Even her silence became controversial. No apology, no explanation, no denial, no acknowledgement. Fans said, if she was innocent, she'd speak. If she was misunderstood, she'd clarify. If she was attacked, and she'd defend herself. She's silent because she knows more is coming. And they were right. Because the leaker dropped one final message, the one that sent the public into a frenzy. Tomorrow's drop will prove she lied about a current scandal. Everything connects. Fans instantly started speculating. Which scandal? Which lie? Which timeline? Which connection? The internet is electrified, terrified, and waiting for the impact. The internet barely had time to process the emotional earthquake of Erika's resurfaced secrets. The old videos, the manipulation blueprint, the strategic rebrand documents. When the leaker came back with the one drop everyone was dreading. Here's how her old identity connects to the scandal she claims she had nothing to do with. For hours, the internet waited. Influencers stayed awake. Commentators prepared emergency live streams. Fans kept refreshing the burner account every few minutes, terrified and fascinated at the same time. Then, at 7:12 p.m., the leak hit. A screenshot, a username, a date, and a piece of evidence that tied Erika's past identity directly into a present-day scandal she had sworn on her reputation she was innocent of. It wasn't vague. It wasn't speculative. It wasn't interpretive. It was absolute. The screenshot showed a message from an account involved in a recent controversy. An account that had anonymously spread damaging allegations about someone in Erika's current circle. Erika publicly distanced herself, denied involvement, and called the accusations disgusting. She positioned herself as a victim of online hatred. But the burner account just exposed the truth. The anonymous account belonged to Erika. Not through speculation, not through maybe, not through theories, through proof. The recovered login data matched her old username format. The email linked to the account was a derivative of her past handles. The timestamps aligned perfectly with moments she was publicly active, or pretending not to be. The writing style was identical to the resurfaced posts from her early internet era. And the biggest bombshell? The IP address was traced to a device tied to Erika's residence. The internet froze. Because this wasn't just old Erika resurfacing. This was current Erika, and actively repeating the same manipulative behaviors she claimed she had outgrown. The anonymous account had been used to harass a former collaborator, plant rumors to shift blame, create sympathy for Erika, undermine the credibility of someone she felt threatened by, push a narrative that positioned her as the innocent party and the kicker. The messages from the burner account used phrases identical to the ones in Erika's old resurfaced videos, right down to her unique way of punctuating sarcasm. The leaker posted, "She didn't just lie about her past, she used her past tactics to manipulate her present." Comment sections exploded. TikTok went into meltdown. Creators began shouting into microphones. People who defended Erika felt sick. The betrayal was no longer historical. It was active. But the twist wasn't just that Erika ran the anonymous account. The twist was why. the leaker dropped the real payload. She wasn't trying to destroy the collaborator. She was trying to frame someone else in her circle. This revelation hit harder than anything so far, because it meant Erika intentionally caused conflict. Erika created a fake enemy. Erika manipulated her followers into believing a false narrative. Erika tried to turn the internet against a person she secretly resented, while pretending to be the victim. Screenshots revealed that the person she tried to frame was someone who once defended her fiercely, someone who supported her during early controversies, someone who believed in her transformation. The emotional devastation was immense. Fans wrote, "I can't believe she would do this. She targeted someone who cared about her. This is psychological warfare. How did she think she'd get away with this?" But it got darker. Because the IP leak didn't just connect Erika to one burner account. It connected her to three. Three accounts she used for defending herself anonymously, attacking critics, planting narratives, manipulating public perception, boosting her own comments, shadow criticizing other influencers. The leaker posted, "She's been playing everybody." The internet wasn't just shocked. It was stunned into a new understanding. Erika's entire online world was a puppet show, and she had been pulling strings behind the scenes long after pretending she left that behavior behind. But the cliffhanger, the one that left the entire scandal hanging in midair, came with the final message dropped by the leaker. She didn't act alone. Followers froze. Not alone? Who helped her? Who knew? Who had access? Who benefited from the chaos? Who co-managed the burner accounts? Who fed her information? Who assisted in the rebrand strategy? Who kept the old passwords? And then came the final line. The line that sent ripples through the entire internet, leaving every single viewer speechless. Someone very close to Erika has been working with me since the beginning. Tomorrow they speak. A friend? A family member? A collaborator? A former team member? Someone from inside her current life? Nobody knows. But one thing is clear. This isn't the end of Erika's downfall. It's the beginning of the next collapse, and the person exposing her now isn't just a stranger. It's someone she trusted. And just like that, everything we thought we knew about this scandal has been shattered. Not by strangers, not by haters, not by trolls, but by someone inside Erika's world. Someone who stood next to her. Someone who watched her build her image. Someone who helped her keep the secrets she thought would never surface. And now they're stepping forward, publicly, ready to expose everything she's been hiding. This isn't just drama. This isn't just a downfall. This is a complete unraveling of a person who built an empire on authenticity while operating behind masks, burners, and manipulation. And we are witnessing it in real time. So here's where you come in. Because scandals like this don't just unfold, they evolve based on the conversations the audience drives. Do you think the insider is a friend? Do you think it's someone from her team? Do you think it's a family member? Or do you believe it's someone Erika underestimated? Someone she tried to control, silence, or push out? And tell us this. When the insider speaks, do you think they'll expose a bigger cover-up? A secret partnership? Financial deception? More burner accounts? Or the real reason Erika staged half her controversies? Drop your theories in the comments right now, because this story is spiraling faster than anyone expected, and every new perspective makes the next twist even wilder. If you made it this far, smash like, because you're locked in deeper than anyone. Hit subscribe so you don't miss the insider's reveal. Trust me, it's going to break the internet. Turn on notifications because the moment that next drop hits, we are diving in instantly with another full breakdown. And let me leave you with this thought. If Erika's closest insider is finally speaking, if the burner accounts were just the beginning, if the manipulation never stopped, then what happens next isn't just a reveal. It's the moment her entire empire collapses from the inside out. Stay ready, stay alert, because the next chapter is going to be the biggest explosion yet.